Look at there. You're an animal. Absolute animal, Jamie.
I'm out of breath.
All right, day 2 of the sod job, and I actually brought out the A team. We're going varsity league today to help us. So yeah, I brought Jamie along today. Guys, I've actually been working quite a bit on these sod jobs with Jamie. It's just been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed working with her. I thought that we may end up strangling each other working together. We're just so headstrong, you know, setting our ways about certain things. But it's really been great, and it's kind of just broken up the monotony of just having a bunch of dudes out sweating on a job site. So Jamie is ready to go today.
Keep you in line.
All right, let's do it. We'll see y'all. All right, so what we got going on here is just some fine tuning with the landscape rake. If you're doing dirt work, you absolutely have to have a landscaping rake. I'm sure everybody knows that, but a lot of times people don't. So I'm just assuming that we know nothing on this channel, and we're just starting from the ground up. You know, I'm sharing with you what works for me. You need one of these landscaping rakes, man. Does anybody else, do they use that netting in the sod in your area, or is that just a southern thing? But I absolutely hate that netting. All right, so you can see we got about 3 or 4 lines thrown, and we got another one of our guys in the front of the yard who is filling up wheelbarrows. So this job, you know, we actually couldn't get a pallet down the side of this house, so we unfortunately had to wheelbarrow it into the backyard. Definitely not ideal whenever you're doing sod work. So think about this. Let's say this was an 8 pallet job, so assume you have 8 pallets. Whenever you're double touching it by picking it up, throwing it in the wheelbarrow, then picking it up and throwing it back down on the ground, you're double touching it. So now instead of having 8 pallets of sod, it's really like you're having 16 pallets of sod. So it literally doubles your workload whenever you're not able to get that sod into the backyard. So really think about that whenever you're looking at these jobs here. Did Jamie just say that I was an overachiever? Hold on one second. Well, that's it. Y'all heard it here first. She said it. Jonathan is an overachiever. Oh my goodness, I'm saving this forever. I'm going to reference it over and over again. Man, it really has been fun working with Jamie. She really breaks it up. And she's honestly, man, she's had some really good suggestions with stuff. It's just one of those things, man. I really was not interested in working with my wife. You know, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was me just having some insecurities about having a woman out there, you know, doing what I consider to be a man's work. And and again, that's just the way that I am. You know, I didn't want her doing physically hard labor work, but she enjoys it, and I just had to get over that myself. And frankly, I enjoy working with her. So again, we are getting this stuff on the ground. Our lines are nice and level. And again, all the work that we did up front with the prep work is really starting to pay off right now. Okay, use the machine to do 90% of the grading and stuff, and then just use your rake to do the fine little detail work to get it nice and flat. Look at that, beautiful. Absolutely love it. You can hear a little Morgan Wallen playing in the background right there. We like to bring a radio on our job sites, man. There's just something about having music playing when the sun's shining on your back. Just makes you feel alive, man. Does anybody else bring a radio to your job site? And if you don't, and you're doing this type of work, what are you doing, man? You gotta have it. You gotta have a cooler of waters and drinks, and you gotta have a radio blaring your favorite tune. I think the one area that might give us problems, guys, is this area right over here on the left. So we just need to make sure that we just pay special attention to that area. All right, so what I'm doing here, guys, is you heard me kind of point out an area in the yard that I saw that was uneven, and it had really bad ruts in it from the skid steer that I did not get cleared out, that I missed. And what I'm doing is just go ahead and point it out to the crew, just so they don't get to that area, throw sod over it. Because the worst thing is you get about 3 or 4 of these lines of sod thrown, then look down and realize it's really wonky. Then you got to pick it all back up. And ask my crew if I won't make us pick it all back up. I will. I'll make us pick it back up if it's not done right. So I just kind of point those things out, and then they can kind of just make a mental note of that. So whenever they get to that area, they'll spend extra time over there with the rake as well.
Look at there. Get you a good woman. An animal. Absolute animal, Jamie.
So yeah, Jamie gets in there and she's wheeling it to the backyard just like the dudes are. Yeah, definitely pulling her weight. And I kind of giving the guys a hard time here about making Jamie push the wheelbarrow over here.
I can't believe y'all made her wheel this thing over here.
Alright, so what we got here is the moon edger, turf edger right here, making quick work of these cuts. The good thing about Palisades is that you don't even need this tool. You can go down there with a box cutter and it just cuts really, really nicely. But the thing I like about that tool is that you don't have to bend over, okay? And really, whenever you're doing labor-intensive work, the thing that tires you out more than anything is whenever you have to bend over over and over again throughout a job. So any opportunity you get to just stay upright, stay upright.